Hey-o! Welcome to the Bang the Drum podcast, the 4K edition, preseason game number 1 review. Hey, preseason is still football. I don't care what anyone says.
Football.
And if loving football is wrong, we don't want to be right.
I definitely want to be right. I ain't right half the time anyway. So
Half the time you give yourself a lot of credit, but that's okay. Hey, sun shining, cicadas are whatever you call that noise.
The
It's
one
not rain.
that's left is right here in the
Yeah,
tree.
they're loud, of course. So it's always noisy here. It's either mowing, cicadas, dogs. Couple episodes ago. So we'll get it all.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about today, Stevie boy. We're going to talk about the game against the world champion Philadelphia Eagles. A lot to review in that, up and down it. Next game versus the Washington Commanders Skins on Monday Night Football. We're going to survey around the league. A lot happened for. There's only 3 preseason games, but a lot of rookie debuts, and most of them pretty good on the surface. But it's preseason. We'll talk about Ohio State, Texas. We're less than 3 weeks now. UC and Nebraska, much less than that. I think it's 2 weeks from Thursday in Arrowhead Stadium, as we talked about. It's an interesting game there. We're going to recap Hard Knocks. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it. It's really good. I'll talk about it. It's kind of ironic, some of the stuff that happened, given my conversation with Ken Rogers. And then we'll wrap it up and be ready to go. So we've got a lot to do, but we're going to start out first. For those of you that are listening we're available on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, share on YouTube. BTD Podcast
Ring
Bengals.
that bell.
We are now over 4,000 followers on YouTube. All the view counts are getting a little nuts here lately. Yeah, thanks a bunch. Like, share, subscribe, all that. Notifications on. But we're going to do something a little different here. Instead of waiting for our beer or drinking it before we start, we're going to do a Who Dey edition here live on video. So if you're listening, you'll still get the reaction. So I've never tried this beer. We're going to do it on the same count. It is. You want to talk about it? You can announce it there. Show it to them.
It is Mad Tree Queen City Pale Ale. Not a bad looking can.
It's a cool looking can, but generally speaking, I do not like IPAs. One thing I'll say though, I tried one called, I can't think of the name of it now, Crazy Zombie something or other, Voodoo something or other, Zombie. But it was.
You like the zombie one, I think.
I think I brought it to your house.
Yeah.
And the thing about them, the first couple of drinks or the first beer, you might be okay. Then about beer number 2, woo, it's rough. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's not bad. It's not bad. I taste a hint of mango, a hint of nodes of pineapple, perhaps.
Taste a hint of crap.
That's pretty good. A hint of crap. Limited release, thankfully. Rooted in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to drink it all.
Good aftertaste there.
It does. That's the thing about an IPA. It's the aftertaste on those damn things.
All right, you go first.
Somebody's specking us out there. Hey, we're live. All right. Out of 5, I'm going to give a 2.5, I guess. I would drink it, but drinking more than one of these, I don't see that.
So I'm going to be fair because it is a local, So I will say I'll give it a 1.
That's giving them you're giving them an upgrade to a 1 because it's local and it's a 1?
Yep.
Man, you really hated that beer.
Yeah,
that's good. That's you're fair.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I hate it, but and generally I do, but I hate that I had to give it a 1.
Yep.
It is what it is.
I tried local Kroger here in Mount Oi. It wasn't local, but the selection there is not very good either. So I'm going to have to get to Jungle Gyms and get some Mad Tree. We'll get it. To be fair, there are other beers by Mad Tree I do like. So we'll get something like that. Maybe something we haven't tried. So there you go.
Name.
Mad Tree's. I've tried a bunch of beers, but not this one. Queen City Pale Ale. If you're an IPA lover out there, no offense to you, because there are a ton of them out there. I've got some friends that do that. One of my friends I used to work with, he's in Florida now. IPA, that's where anybody that drinks that, he just goes on a derogatory rampage about people that drink it. I don't feel that strongly about it, but he definitely does. But I know a lot of people like it.
So I was so confident that I wouldn't like it. I cracked open a Cincy Light.
Yeah, there you go. Cincy Light's good.
And then started drinking it before I do that.
The problem with us doing this, we got 4 of these left. What are we going to do with it? We got to find somebody out there locally that likes IPAs.
What we need to do is get teetotally shit-faced.
Then drink them.
And then drink them, because then it don't matter.
That's true. Then
you know what I mean? Your taste buds are gone. I mean, you're falling, you're stumbling over, you're knocking over the brick walls. It really don't matter.
Maybe there's another option. Maybe I try to get Uncle Terry out to watch a fight Saturday. Say, hey, Terry, I got a beer for you. Slip it into an Ultra or a Bud Light, whatever he drinks. And just let him sip on it. He'll never know the difference. He acts like it's a big deal.
Don't kill him.
That's true. You never know how he'll react. He's not getting any younger. He is not getting any younger. All right. A lot of talk about the Eagles game. A lot of overreaction. I don't know if there was any underreaction at all. But just like with the quarterbacks that we're going to talk about around the league, the rookie quarterbacks, Milroe as well, people overreact. Mostly to the positive, right? I mean, they're not facing any game plan, offense or defense. And you could say, Golden's not blitzing like he normally would. So you got to take all that into consideration. But I thought they looked, the offense played well with Burrow in there, obviously. But the one comment I'll make about that, and I'll let you turn it over to you. The thing that was glossed over, preseason's different. They don't hit like they did in the regular season. There were some hits that would have been made. Trotter on the blitz, on the touchdown, he's probably getting smacked right there.
Probably.
Completely, as we've talked about for years, I think that'll change with the new O-line coach. Miscommunication, blitzer comes free. Patrick looked like Volson on the first down to Chase.
Yeah,
got his ass whipped.
Like within 0.5 seconds.
It looked like Volson.
To a second, third string. He was on the practice squad.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So that point stands that we've made all offseason. Like, why are you addressing that position, right? Because, he might get better. Yeah, maybe he does, but he's 30-some years old. He's been a backup his whole life. He's not going to get that much better.
He is who he is.
He is. I just don't know. Now, like we've talked about, it's only Scherf out there now, but you had your opportunities to do something. But I would have traded a third or fourth round pick, try to go get a guard, somewhere even now. Because it didn't look good. But overall, I thought they did run block well. Chase Brown looked really well. He played really well. Good run blocking. Tanner Hudson. Burton looked good. He's hurt now, I think. Charlie Jones made an appearance. Of course, Burrow and Chase, unbelievable plays. Just typical of them. So what are your thoughts? We'll just talk about the offense first. Your thoughts on the offense.
Yeah, you got to kind of look at it both ways with the offense too, right? I mean, Philly wasn't going to show them much.
Wasn't their first stringers either.
But then again, they did what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to go up and down the field, and they had like a second and 21 or second goal, like from the 21 or something like that. So they did what they were supposed to do, even with some of the mistakes and things like that that they put on themselves. But I mean, heck, for what they done offensively, Hudson was he was good. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. We'll probably talk about help me out.
Roster breakdown
here after a while or for a little bit. But I don't know what they're going to do as far as how many tight ends. If they're going to consider Gesicki a receiver, keep six or seven. I don't know what they're going to do. But Hudson was really good. He played well, played hard.
Yeah,
he played
physical.
He played the most snaps of anybody on offense. He played the first snap and the last snap in the first and fourth quarter.
He always looks good when he plays regular season, other than that big fumble, right? But he's always played well.
He always plays well. He plays hard. And Joe trusts him. Joe, I mean, that's a big part of Joe Burrow. I mean, if he's going to trust you, you're probably going to get the football thrown to you. So, look good. Offensive line, kind of a mixed bag. Patrick, I didn't think looked very good at all. He did have some good
run block.
Run blocking was really good. I thought Chase Brown looked just explosive.
So quick.
That stiff arm,
down,
and really he stepped out of bounds, and I was like, "Why'd you step out of bounds?" Like there wasn't even nobody near him. So he probably could have got another 7 or 8 yards.
Yep.
But
physical, strong. He's
strong. Just his legs are huge. I mean, he's just his numbers this year. Fantasy lovers, I'm telling you right now,
he's gonna put it up.
He's gonna put it up. So if you haven't did your draft yet, or you're getting ready to, you better go draft Chase Brown.
The only concern I think on the fantasy side, he's gonna catch the ball too, which he's gonna get big combo yardage. I think would be if the rookie gets in there and steals goal line snaps, which he might.
Maybe.
When you were talking about his legs there, I thought we were going to hear a "Good God, what a man" comment.
Not today.
Those days
I'll only do that at Bengals training camp.
Okay, save that for next year. Anything else on the offense?
Burton's a little disappointing. I'm not sure
he's hurt now.
He's hurt now.
That's what he says.
What he says. We know what he can do. I mean, we've seen it, right? Jamar, T didn't do much. Don't really care. I don't care if Jamar did anything. He just kind of tells you.
Glad they played.
Yeah. Jake Browning was not very good.
What did we yell at camp? Me, you, and Justin. Hold the ball. Why are you holding the ball? Get rid of the ball. He
Not
does
very
it.
good.
He
He's
just
not
holds it.
anticipating. He's not. It's almost like he's not seeing it, and maybe he's not getting enough snaps with the guys. But yeah, he is getting the snaps with the guys he's playing with.
Yeah.
So he can't be that. But with all that being said, and they lost by a touchdown. They were down more than that. Those third stringers for Philly were playing just as hard as the third stringer for the Bengals, right? The whole team in general, they fought hard. They come back. They made it a football
talking about
game.
offense right now, but
Yeah,
all right.
I'm just saying. I mean, the offense brought them back.
Yep.
And they
Made some plays.
Made some plays. So mixed bag, but still guard play, man.
Oh yeah, it's concerning because in those big games, right, they're going to attack that position. Then I don't know about the rest of you, if you're in Southern Ohio, but the bugs, just like the last month, flies, those little gnat things, they're all over me right now. They just drive me nuts. So. Also, I forgot, 10th anniversary, Perdomo is what I'm smoking. Very good cigar, so back to the Perdomo. But it is 10th anniversary, a little, really good cigar. Not as good as the 20th, but still good. Defensively, I'll give them a couple, they still look sloppy. They gave up a big run. Here's my take on Miles Murphy when he came out. Just the guy. That's what he is. I'm telling you, I said it all the way through.
He looks slow.
He doesn't have the pop. He didn't have the pop on tape when I watched him in Clemson. I said it then. Like, when I was going over the draft, it. Like, I think how I worded was, what about him has a chance to be really, really good? He's got good size.
Yep.
But he's not explosive. He doesn't have any bend.
And honestly, it was all I watched during the game was the D-line.
Yeah,
I could care less what's the secondary.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what those guys were doing. I'm with you.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
Shamar is not just a guy.
He's not.
And he's going to take that position over, or he should. And it should be sooner than later.
I think it's already now because his size hurt.
Yeah.
He's going to get all the snaps.
Yeah. He's going to, I think, Trey will be back. I think opening day it should be Trey and Shamar. I know they want to use Shamar and all these tricky packages. That's great. Put him in at the end right from the get-go.
You can move him inside.
Yeah.
He did things from the inside.
Oh, yeah.
His run defense is great.
Yeah, he's a player. So, very, very sloppy. The whole team was very, very sloppy.
Special teams.
Stupid penalties. What Burrow say, just an average, an okay.
Yeah.
He's right outside of what they did on offense. But what's your take on the defense and then just as a whole view of the team? Didn't look a whole lot different from they're practicing harder and they're playing more. But, Zach, we talked about it. Zach's not a ball buster. And when you're not, I think he's brought some coaches that are, you just see those sloppy silliness, and you don't, there's just not that energy, that oomph. They better get it going because week one's going to matter big time this year.
I don't buy the being vanilla bull crap. I don't buy that because you're against the twos anyway. I know you didn't have BJ in there. Gino went out early. You didn't have Dax. You didn't have Cam. I get all that, but still. Like these other guys are fighting for roster spots to be that 2 and 3. Well, what's that say about them, right? So I don't buy that at all. I mean, if you was playing against Hurts and those guys, I mean, okay. I mean, yeah, if they went up and down the field, I get it. But first preseason game, but you're playing against the twos, and Joe Montana's on the other side.
Yeah.
It's just it's ridiculous that they look that bad. But I will say this. There is a little bit of overreaction when it comes.
Oh yeah. Just because of last year.
Yeah. I mean, it did look a lot like the same, and let's be honest, it is the same defense other than 2 or 3 guys. So, the safety depth right now, it really, really is intriguing.
What's wrong with Gino? I forgot to.
They're just saying soft tissue.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got Tyson Anderson. You got was it PJ Jules?
Yeah.
I mean, you got guys that I don't know. They should have. I mean, Simmons is still out there.
I think it's gonna take a good bit of money.
It's gonna take a good bit of money. Plus, like, how much are you upgrading? You said Gino was, but I will say that if they do something like that and then Gino's your backup, you look a lot better depth wise. But
I just can't imagine they pay Gino what they're paying, even with the reduction, and go sign somebody else if he's healthy, right?
I think Shamar is just going to be an absolute beast.
I do too.
I really do. I mean, his energy and his get off, and it doesn't matter. I mean, they just kind of piddled with putting him around different places. I mean, when he starts getting 30, 40 snaps a game or whatever, you're able to do so much inside. I mean, hell, you might even be able to put him at nose. And I mean, I don't know. I think the sky's the limit for him. Murphy, just the guy. Honestly, I watched Joseph. didn't look like much either. You know, his get off's pretty good, but then as soon as he gets to the tackle, he just stops.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that strength to get through, or the moves like the whip moves or anything, spin move. It's just once he gets there, they get a hold of him, he's done.
Yeah.
He's just done.
Yep.
So
leverage
I don't
and
know.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
they definitely need Trey, and that's an obvious statement. But even if Stewart's really good, which we think he will be, like that other side, they've just done. It's kind of like, not comparing the two, but I say the same thing about the Reds. Like the GM, you go get Francona, which is a great move, but how the GMs and the front office survive all this stuff, right? And to me, it's the same thing with the Bengals.
Exact same thing.
You keep doing the same old thing. Look how many Dukes missed on. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in a championship window, right? Just whiff after whiff after whiff, and Murphy's one of them. So, and Carmen and various other, we don't need to go into all that. We know we've talked about it. It's just, so we'll see. But I still think, if you get Trey Shamar and then you got BJ, and a variety of people rotating, and I think the defensive line could be a whole lot better than it was last year.
Howard Cross is getting in with the 1s and 2s, and Jackson is getting in with the 3s. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know what's going on there. Something's got to be. And he dominated against 3s. Now again, it's 3s, but it's like, what's going on there? Yeah. Now Cross is
he's Golden's boy. Yeah, he's a good player in Notre Dame. Very good player.
And he was taking on a lot of double teams the other night and was holding his own. Wasn't like he was getting pushed around. But when you're consistently taking on double teams, of course, one, you're not noticed, right? Your name's not being called out.
You're doing your job, really, though.
That's exactly what. And it's not like he wasn't penetrating a ton, but it's just hold your own, try to do the best you can, and let them linebackers come in and finish the trash, they say.
Yeah. And, like what we've already said a few times, but just to clarify it or put the bow on it, overreaction, happens a ton. You remember we did it. Dax Hill against Detroit, whatever year that was. Preseason game, remember that? He's tackling anybody and everybody. Mm-hmm. You get in the regular season, he didn't do jack shit, right? So game plan, strat, it just changes everything. I think as, we're going to talk about the quarterbacks in the league here. If you see a guy make a big arm throw, it's still a big arm throw.
Yep.
Doesn't matter who's catching it, doesn't matter what else, but still in the game it's different. But you can see that raw talent, right? Other positions, it's hard to do that. Line you can when they're getting beat like they did, but it's just hard to evaluate that. So I think we're on the same page. Next up for the Bengals, kind of cool, Monday night game, week 2. I think they'll play the starters again. Maybe hopefully Washington does. I hope Washington does as well. That's what I want to see. I don't want to play against a bunch of 2s. So you're going against a team last year. We were at that game. Got pretty ugly. Unfortunately, is that mic still on? It isn't. Is mic still on?
Yeah.
Okay. So Washington at Washington, a team with realistic NFC Championship aspirations, right? They were there last year. So, what do you hope to see on Monday night versus the Commanders?
Just be confident. Like don't let the big plays come. The big plays killed them a few years ago. Last year it wasn't as bad, but there were still some big plays mixed in there. Like don't let the big play stuff happen. Like it's just so degrading watching guys just run by you and 2, 3, 4 yards ahead of you, and the ball's underthrown and the guy can still make the play because you're trailing so far, right?
Yeah.
Stop the run a little bit better. Like that wasn't great either. There were some plays in there, especially with the 2s and 3s, that they stopped the run, but 1s didn't do a very good job.
Nope.
That there were some holes. There was a couple of big holes that you could drive a semi through.
Yeah, early on that one drive is just that big run.
So basically, just defensively be confident, and then offensively, basically just the same thing. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I like to see Joe play the first half.
I would too.
But then Jamar and T, I really don't care. Mm-hmm. Just let Jones, Charlie, and all them other guys, Mays, and just let them play, and Burton if he's healthy, which it doesn't sound like he's going to be. Mm-hmm. But let those guys play. It's not like Joe ain't throwing the ball because they had all the Isaiah Williams prior. All them guys are getting runs with Joe.
Yep.
So it's not like Joe ain't used to it. That's what I think should happen, and I think the offensive line should be intact as long as Joe's in there.
Absolutely.
You don't do that. You know what I mean? Not that it may matter a whole lot, but keep the ones in there and see what they can do on the line.
Yeah, and I thought Fairchild played pretty well. But
he did.
That's a good look for him. That's a positive on the offensive line. I think for me, I want to see Shamar and them. I hope to see Shamar with the 1s And I want to see I want Daniels in there for the Commanders for Washington. They're not going to have McLaurin, obviously, but they may not have him week 1 or 2 or 3 either, so who knows. But I'd like to see Washington come in there and actually play. And the Bengals, one defense, get a lot of those guys back next week and have them in there. BJ, CTB, all those guys in there.
Yeah.
Dax, and see how they match up, right? That's a good litmus test, even though it's preseason, because that's a really good team.
Yeah.
Like I said, the game we were at last year, they threw all over them. Big play, big chunk after big chunk last year. So the trick of it is Golden, this is how it used to work, and it still does, especially where a coach like him has got some old school in him. Like, they don't show everything. Mm-hmm. And a lot of his unique blitz packages and all that, he's not going to show it. Because he wants to come in.
But offensively, I don't think it'll help. Or it'll matter. So.
Yeah, on the defensive side, though, they're not going to show all that stuff. They're going to save it for the Cleveland game, which makes sense, right? So it is going to look really vanilla, but you shouldn't be getting gashed up the middle. It's one thing if the quarterback's getting more time than he would later on, but the run game should still be good. They'll run blitz and stuff. I mean,
Zach even said, he's like, we wanted them to have a bunch of one-on-ones. How did that go?
Yeah, not go.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's not good then. It's almost like, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah. Perfect point, like the training camp stuff we talked about Ivy, right? No, I'm not knocking him. But you hear all these good things about good things. He just got his ass tattooed, right?
Night.
Just it's just a joke.
All
It's just different, right? And it's different from camp to preseason games, and a whole lot different to regular season games,
right.
And even more different in playoff games. So playoffs. So it's going to be interesting, though. I think you get the primetime slate. I don't like the ESPN guys at all, but it gets some notoriety, get that extra day, get the experience. Let these young guys get to see what it's like on a Monday night a little bit. So I think that's good. Should be fun.
Another thing, too, real quick about camp. So it was something fun. I've thought about this a little bit, but not as much. There was a clip. It was can't remember who was mic'd up, but they start talking about Darius Knight and about how good he was.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was BJ, I think, said, and they were over. He was talking to someone on the sideline. He said he's a player, and he said, "Do you think he reads scripts?" And I thought about that for a minute, and I thought, wonder if the defense can get a hold of the script, and they know a lot of these plays and what they're playing at certain times.
Camps.
At camp, to where it pretty much. I said it a little bit last week about. Like they kind of know once the call's in, they want to see that play. It's not like Joe's checking.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing that play. Well, if they're doing that, then the defense knows what it is. They know the script.
Mm-hmm.
They know the play.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of surprised me that they talked about that on the sideline when they asked if he was a script reader. And he's like, no, probably not. He's a player. He's a player.
Yeah, he's a rookie. He probably doesn't. I tell you, though, there is, I'm not knocking Pratt because, in his prime, he's one of my favorite players on the team. But you can see the difference in movement when he's him versus Pratt. It's not even close. He's just got – Pratt's lost that little bit, right? And he wasn't that athletic anyway, but he's a really good player. But I think Knight's going to be a really nice player for him.
I do, too.
Really nice player. So we're going to call this surveying the league. We might call it something else. But we are going to look around the league a little bit. Didn't have everything down here, but Trent Irwin. 48 yards and a touchdown the other day. Good for him.
Seen that?
Rashawn Slater hurt for the Chargers.
Seen that?
Patella injury. That's a tough one, man.
Tough one.
Those hurt. So they got to move, the right tackle to left tackle.
It's just chain reaction.
Oh, those things are tough, man. They do a number on you. Travion Henderson from the Ohio State University. Bam! Kickoff. He gone. That kid. I don't think the Bengals should have took him because I think him and Chase Brown are very similar. I like Henderson better, honestly, but they're very similar. You can't really waste a pick there. Everybody else.
Yeah.
Hindsight, people are saying all this stuff, but that guy's going to be a beast for New England. Vrabel got in a little fight there in camp. You see that? It's pretty cool. Typical him. So the rookie quarterbacks, we're going to talk about that. Speaking of overreaction, underreaction, there's no underreaction when it comes to quarterbacks ever. So I watched bits of all of them, all 4 of them, 5 of them, I guess. Milrow too, if you count him. Shadur, he made some plays. He played a lot.
That throw in the end zone was pretty good.
It was a good throw. But early on, a lot of these guys are just wide open. He's playing against, but you still got to make the play. But you can see, I watched Dart. I watched the guy from New Orleans.
He made a couple big throws.
He did. And I watched the one deep one, the guy's just running by himself.
Like 5 yards.
Yeah, easy throw. He still put it there. But then I watched Cam Ward, but you see Dart and Ward and the ball coming out of their hands versus Shador. They get, all the meetings and all that stuff, I'm sure that's true. but that zip off their hand is why they were picked ahead of him.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, it'll be interesting. I don't know what the Browns will do this week, but the Shedeur hype, like there's a guy I follow. If he listens, no offense here, but he's just the stuff he posts on Twitter is just, you know, how it's just always like, tell you what, the Browns are gonna be a tough battle there. I'll pull for this kid. This kid did the right thing. No, he didn't. He's not done the right thing yet. He goes.
He was a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, Tony Grossi's a longtime writer for the Browns. You've probably seen him. He's been writing since we were kids. Like before, I mean, he might have been. He's probably early '80s, right? And all the new guys, new generation, bangs on him all the time, right? So Shedeur, I don't know if you saw the clip. Shedeur goes up to him, confronts him. What do you got against me, man? And the guy on Twitter's like, oh, he handled it right by doing. No, he didn't. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's your rookie goddamn quarterback that got picked in the 6th round.
Quiet.
Just shut the fuck up. So that's the typical.
You don't even know if you're going to be 2nd or 3rd string.
You may not even like Dion did the same thing to Tim McCarver and poured a bucket over his head.
I remember that.
That's not classy either. They're the same. Except Dion was immensely talented.
Yeah.
Shedeur is not.
No.
So that's not the way you handle it. So the hype train, oh, we want Shedeur. We'll see. Like I told that guy, I said, they may well in fact have a tough game up there. It's a divisional game on the road. But I guarantee you it won't be because of Shedeur Sanders, which people are just so dumb how they react to that. So Dart made some nice plays. I tell you, I wasn't real big on him, but his athleticism, he looked big too, like moving around. He looked really big. And then the New Orleans kid, and you saw the run by Milroe. So he's going to play, dude. Like they'll start Darnold, and then I think he's going to get snaps during the game, and he should. He might. I don't think he's going to do anything this year, but you know how I felt about him compared to this class. Like I'd take him over any of them, really, given where you were going to pick him at. So that's kind of neat. And then not a whole lot else around the league. A lot of guys, a lot of teams didn't play starters. It's still fun to have that many games on. I was perusing around, kind of, and as bad as the national announcers are, you get these preseason games. Woo! Yeah. It's awful. Like Tasker, who I like, he's just like talking about the Bill Stadium. Oh, I'm going to miss this play. Cam Ward or whoever they play was making completions. He's not even. They're just talking about whatever they want to talk about, right? It's just the preseason. But week 2 will be different. I think it'll be interesting to see what some of these rookies do around the league. So something else I was going to make. So they had clips of the Bears camp. For UFC fans, they call him DDP, not the wrestler. Duplessis, he's got a big. For UFC fans, Duplessis, I don't get that big on fights anymore. This is a doozy. Duplessis versus Khamzat. I might even have to pull out the odds on this, and that's going to be a war. Complete opposite styles. So Duplessis from South Africa, Khamzat is just a war. He had a rear naked choke on a guy, and the guy tucks your chin, which you shouldn't do that. Everybody does it. He crushed and broke his jaw up by that. Broke it right there, and the guy's snapped it right there. I mean, ridiculous. So that'll be a doozy. But Duplessis was at Bears camp. So the backup for the Bears, what's his name? Ball, whatever. He's at cross. His dad's an arm wrestling, or he's an arm wrestling champion, and he's an elite CrossFit athlete. The quarterback is. This dude, you see him bench like he on Hard Knocks last year. You saw it. So he's a big dude for a quarterback. He comes over to Duplessis. Duplessis is a 185er, and Caleb, all them guys are coming over in pads. They look small. So he's got to be 225 whenever he was at camp, cutting all the way to 185.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Crazy.
It's amazing. So that'll be interesting. Any takes around the league that you've seen or news? Like Parsons still fighting. McLaurin's still fighting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of drama still.
So the Justin Fields, I tell you what, that dude is
Athletic.
About as athletic as you can get. That was a hell of a play. Again, that's kind of where he's at. You know what I mean? The whole Parsons thing's a little weird because there's so much Bengals hoopla and this and that. He loves the Bengals, but I think he's just blowing smoke because he wants Jerry to feel a certain way or whatever. I mean, he loves Bro.
Yeah,
I think if he played for the Bengals, I think it'd be a little different. I really do.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see him getting traded, though. Do you?
Oh, no. Hell no. The Bengals wouldn't do it anyway.
I don't think Dallas will trade him anywhere, honestly.
No. That deal will get done. Trey will get done.
McLaurin will get done.
McLaurin will get done. All them guys will get done. It'll get done, the 12th hour, blah, blah, blah. It'll all get done, and then they'll miss camp. Then they'll be slow, getting off to, slow starts. And just, I don't see where it helps their career. But,
make some more money.
But that Justin Fields, that was I seen that. I had to watch that a couple times. I was like, damn, that guy's
like I said.
Athletic.
people can dog me, and they certainly will when I say it. If he played for the Ravens and was in Monken's system, what would he do?
Yeah,
Very similar to Lamar. He's probably got a bigger arm than Lamar. He's bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
He's probably not as shifty, but straight ahead speed, he's probably right there, and he's bigger.
He's close that way. Sure.
Yeah, he's a beast. So, yeah, the Jets are going to suck. Yeah. With that said, the Jets are going to suck. We say all that about him, but they're going to suck. So, kind of interesting around the league, though, to get things started. As we said, it's sort of real football. Certainly better than just all the off-season talk and camp and all that jazz. So, less than 3 weeks from – oh, one other comment. Dak Prescott whispered to some Rams guy, "We'll see you in the NFC Championship game." Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that.
I guess you never know. That's confidence. He had to know that people were listening to him, right? I assume. So, kind of funny. So, 3 weeks, Ohio State, Texas. I posted on YouTube, BTD Podcast, Bengals. The old Ohio State, Texas games, 2005, 2006. They're there for your watching desire, including the win at Texas. Motorboated him. Archie Manning said, you hear what he said? His grandson will be back next year. I don't think I would say that right now. What if it goes all awry, he gets benched, he's coming back to Texas next year? I find that hard to believe. Money's not an issue probably there with the Mannings, so you never know. So all that's up 3 weeks. It's going to be fun. You see, all the college games are starting less than that. I think that 22nd, so you're 11 days away. It's amazing. We're getting there about that time. Temperatures will probably drop here or there. Probably get warm now. Kids are going back to school. Hard Knocks. We'll wrap it up with Hard Knocks today. So Hard Knocks, if you haven't heard it, it's on my YouTube channel. An interview with Ken Rogers, executive producer at NFL Films of Hard Knocks. He wouldn't, I bet he knew. He didn't show his hand. But I asked about if they'd show Kelly or would they talk about it, and they did. And Thurman was there. He was at camp going around talking to everybody. And, most of it was filled with Josh Allen, which I think that's cool because a lot of times, and they'll change the focus, a lot of times they'll just grab some obscure guy with a cool story. And I get it. It doesn't appeal to me as much because it's some guy that's probably going to go cut and never be in the league again anyway, right? It's a cool story, and you hear it, and they get their moment to shine. But I prefer focusing on the players. But Allen, he's going around touring the new stadium that they're building, and he's so friendly with the guys there, and just the love affair up there of him, it's real, right? Same as Burrow here. So I thought, the first episode was really good. It'll be interesting to see what they show. What day is today? Monday, tomorrow night. So that's it for Hard Knocks. You got anything else you want to add? Kind of quicker episode. We just wanted to recap the game, talk about Hard Knocks around the league. Washington, we'll recap the game next week. If there's anything you want to see us do, we'll do it. If you want us to have a beer to drink, if you don't want to Venmo it, that's okay. Just tell us what you want to drink, us to drink. Be kind. Be kind. It can't be a whole lot worse than the IPA, I don't think. But anything you want to add, Stevie Boy?
No, I hope that they can get this guard situation figured out. I know they're going to move Davis to right guard. He looked absolutely pathetic at left tackle. He mainly played left guard in college. He did. I mean, he did play right guard because there's multiple games he played every position.
Who are you talking about?
Their tackle.
Rivers.
Yeah,
I thought you said Davis. You said Davis. I thought you meant Rivers, but
shit.
You've been a little rough on the names here lately. Kind of remind me of Mark.
Yeah, so they're moving Davis to guard. Give him a try. I mean, to me, if you was going to do that, you do it in the beginning. That way you get, I love it. I love this.
Like the smoke right in your face. I was even trying to blow it away a little bit ago, and it was like, hell, let it go.
I get it all the damn time.
It's good for you.
Builds character. They got to figure out something. I mean, Joe shouldn't have to get the ball out in 2 seconds every damn play. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to go downfield and take some shots and him not get killed.
Yeah.
Because he still does, but it's mainly because he's holding on to the ball and he's going to get killed.
He would have took some shots in that game.
He would.
I think, you never know. I think Trotter would have blasted him. You see guys holding up a little bit in the preseason. But,
he held up.
And I thought Jordan Battle was scrambling around, too, to talk about him. But I haven't heard anything on McLaughlin yet either. Have you, Seth, from Ohio State? I don't know. He can't be doing too much, I wouldn't think. Doing too much yet, but he's active, right? He's up, so that's a good thing. But I think it's a shame they wouldn't have had him though if he'd been healthy, so you can't really say that. But if he was developed a little bit quicker, you never know. Maybe he goes to guard, Karras goes to guard. You never know what that looks like.
Jay Morrison said that he's barely even tinkered at guard in his career. He hasn't done much at all. So he'll probably be just strictly center.
Center of the future. But they got Matt Lee too, right?
Yeah, but he's still hurt. So he's not even practicing. So basically, I really don't know what they're going to do at backup center. But Jay said that McLaughlin may get the majority of snaps game 3.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that. If he's that's a quick comeback, but they do it anymore, right? That was a tough injury. So
yeah, November of last year.
I thought it was a season-ending injury for Ohio State, honestly. When he went down, I thought, there it goes. Without him, I didn't think they had a chance, but they still bounced back.
I feel like they like him better than Lee. I really do.
Oh, I think he's a better player, right? Undrafted only because of injury. So, yeah, next week, in addition to recapping the Washington game, we'll talk about, because you're getting right then. Now it's hard to really talk about roster battles because they're all going to carry over for a while. But as we get closer, I think you mentioned it earlier, we'll hit on those pretty hard because there's some good back end of the roster battles.
Yeah. Corner, safety, receiver, tight end.
Some of those linebackers,
guard.
too. Yeah, linebackers, too, at the back end. Yeah, just to make it the roster. And, like you said, tight ends and some of the running backs there. I think I'd like to see Brooks get more carries next week. And get hopefully
game 3, he's going to get.
Yeah.
He'll get them all.
I'd like to see what he can do, honestly. So a lot of guys out this week. We'll see what happens next week. Anything else you want to add, sir?
No, I think I'm good, brother.
Yep.
How was your week?
It was good. Oh, we didn't do that, did we? I jumped right in. It was a good week. Can't think really anything happened. Just watching football, getting back in the flow. School starts this week. Kind of sucks. It makes things a little better in terms of organization, right? And you're not jumping around as much. Things are a little more structured. With kids right now, excuse me, right now they're kind of living the life, but all that goes away. It brings back structure in their life, which is good. How about you?
Just getting ready for a big weekend. Shuffle. We are playing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be a rough, really quick weekend because it's one show after the other. Let's see. Friday night, we are at David's Kitchen and Bar, which I hear is a really nice place.
Where's that at?
It's pretty new. I have no idea where it's at.
That's good. Good advertising there.
That's on Friday.
You are a marketing machine, my friend.
Yes.
We're going to be somewhere. Come and see us.
We are on Facebook, so please like us, share us. You'll catch all of our events wherever we're at.
Shuffle.
It is 7:30 till 11:30 at David's Kitchen and Bar, which, with today's, I think it's called Google. It's pretty easy to find that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it can be.
St. Bernadette Festival.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that is a 2 to 6 gig. That is Saturday, so that'll be fun. I should be home at a decent time instead of 4 in the morning.
David's is in Withmansville, so that's Ohio Pike there. So
yeah. And then we're doing the Seafood Festival, and I believe that is in Newport.
Seafood Festival.
Yeah. That is. I think that's a noon to 2. I think that was.
That's not too bad. Then you don't have all the night stuff. Then
no. So yeah, no, shouldn't be no 4 a.m.s, which makes it rough for the next day.
Those Catholic festivals are fun too. So that St. Bernadette will be fun for you.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yep, good. A lot of good food for you. Mm-hmm. All right, wrap us up, Stevie boy.
So with all this great weather, I know we got all these motorcyclists out and everybody's having a good time or whatever, but always seem to catch those bikers that want to stay in that fast lane or whatever.
And truck drivers.
So please, all slow traffic, stay to the right. Peace out.